A girl is cleaning a table and another girl is making a bill for some items. A boy comes into the shop and gets Wi-Fi there. He asks the girl who is cleaning, "Do you know the Wi-Fi password here?" The girl replies, "Why? What will you do with the code?" The boy says, "I want to use my mobile." She says, "You can't get Wi-Fi here." The other girl comes over and says to her, "Why are you scolding him?" She replies, "He has come here asking for Wi-Fi. Does he even deserve to use it?" The other girl says, "He's just a child. What will he do?" She says, "No," and throws the boy out of the shop. The second girl keeps watching. She writes the Wi-Fi code and keeps it with herself. Later, the boy comes back and checks whether the scolding girl is standing there or not. The second girl comes to him and asks, "Why are you hiding here?" The boy says, "I was scared that the scolding girl might be here." The girl gives him the Wi-Fi password. The boy happily hugs her. She says, "Sit here and use your mobile." The boy sits there. A woman comes into the shop. The girl gives her tea. Then the scolding girl comes to the boy again and says, "Don't you understand? I told you not to come here." The second girl says, "Why are you scolding him again?" She replies, "Why are you taking his side? What is he to you?" The girl says, "He's nothing to me." She says, "Then why do you support him every time?" The girl replies, "I'm just saying that he's only sitting here. He's not saying anything to you, nor is he using the Wi-Fi." The scolding girl tries to make the boy stand up and leave. Just then, the boy's mother arrives. She says, "Why are you scolding my child?" The boy says, "I was just sitting here. That's why she's scolding me." The girl says, "I can't tolerate him sitting here." The woman replies, "He's a human being like you, not an animal." The shop owner notices that everyone has gone outside and comes out. He asks, "What's going on here?" When he sees the woman, he hugs her and says, "What are you doing here?" The woman says, "My child was sitting here, but this girl wouldn't let him sit." The man says, "Don't worry, this shop belongs to me." He asks the scolding girl, "What problem do you have with them?" She says, "I can't tolerate poor people here." The second girl says, "Sir, I told her to let them sit. They weren't saying anything." The owner says to the scolding girl, "If you have a problem with these people, then you're fired. You can leave." She says, "Fine, I'm leaving." Then the owner says to the second girl, "From today onward, you will manage this shop. Don't say anything to these people." He says to the woman and the child, "From now on, this shop is yours. Come whenever you want, leave whenever you want." The woman agrees, and the boy leaves happily. The next day, the woman and the boy come again. The girl welcomes them inside. The owner hugs the woman and says, "Come, sit here." He sits with them and says, "You won't have any problem here. This shop is mine." The girl brings some items. The owner picks up a cloth and gives it to the woman. She becomes very happy and says, "Thank you so much." He gives a box to the boy and says, "This is a surprise for you. Open it yourself." When the boy opens it, he becomes very happy.